Okay, so good day, class. So now that you are familiar with the different parts and functions of the male and female reproductive system, so the next topic that we will be discussing is about control of the reproductive system through the hormones. So to start, we will be discussing about the control of the male reproductive system by the endocrine system. So as you can see, on the slide, we have here a table with two columns. So the first column is about the organs involved, and the second column is about hormones. So now, before we start, let's define first what do we mean when we say hormones. So hormones are chemical messengers produced by glands in the body that regulates various physiological processes such as growth, metabolism, reproduction, and mood. So to cut it short and simple, when we are talking about hormones, these are um, chemical substances or molecules that are produced by certain organs in our body. It is secreted through our bloodstream, and our body responds to a specific hormone. So, in the table that we have here, we also have the organs involved. Now, what are those organs involved? So, first, we have the hypothalamus, we have the pituitary gland, and we have the testes. So, now, where can we find the hypothalamus and then the pituitary gland? So, as you can see on our illustration, the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland are parts of our brain. So, next, now that we are familiar with what um, hormones are and where can we find the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, let's talk about the different hormones that we have seen on the table in details. So the first one, so we have the gonadotropin releasing hormone or the GnRH. So take note guys that uh, it's a hormone that will be produced by the hypothalamus. Now, what is the target organ of GnRH? So, the target organ of GnRH is the pituitary gland. So, GnRH stimulates the pituitary gland to release two other important hormones, which are your luteinizing hormone and then the follicle stimulating hormone. So, it's like a chain of command in which the hypothalamus will be releasing GnRH, and then the GnRH will be targeting the pituitary gland. So, when the pituitary gland receives the GnRH, the pituitary gland in turn will release two hormones, which are your luteinizing hormone and the follicle stimulating hormone. So now take note guys that GnRH is considered as the master signal that begins the process of sperm and testosterone production. So meaning GnRH is the one, or GnRH is the hormone which will signal our body or the male's body to start the process of creating sperm and to produce testosterone. Okay, so now let's continue. So we are now done with GnRH. So next hormone is the luteinizing hormone. So it is a hormone secreted by the pituitary gland. So we have seen it a while ago that the pituitary gland will be releasing luteinizing hormone upon receiving GnRH. So now, um, once the pituitary gland releases luteinizing hormone, so this LH will be now targeting the testes in males, specifically the Leydig cells found on it. So in males, luteinizing hormone stimulates the Leydig cells in the testes to produce testosterone. which is the main male sex hormone. So, as we have discussed in our previous discussion, sabi natin, testosterone is the primary sex hormone in male which is responsible for secondary sexual characteristic. So, it means that it makes a male looks like a male. So, that is for luteinizing hormone. Now, next is follicle stimulating hormone or FSH. So FSH is also produced by the pituitary gland, and again, pituitary gland will be releasing FSH upon receiving GnRH. So now, FSH targets also the testes, but this time it targets the Sertoli cells found on it. So, in males, FSH stimulates the Sertoli cells in the testes to support sperm maturation and development. So, FSH works together with LH to ensure proper sperm production and fertility. So, next, after that, so we have now testosterone. So as mentioned, it's the primary male sex hormone produced by the testes, to be specific, by the Leydig cells found on it. And it's responsible for the secondary sexual characteristics in males such as deeper voice, facial hair, muscle growth, etc. And also, testosterone regulates sex drive or the libido of the male, sperm production, and overall male reproductive health. So, um, to recap, so the first one, we have the GnRH. So, it is produced by the hypothalamus. Next, uh, the pituitary gland will be releasing two hormones, which are the luteinizing hormone and we have the follicle stimulating hormone. So the luteinizing hormone will be targeting the testes to produce testosterone, and the follicle stimulating hormone will also target the testes to produce sperm cell. And lastly, we have testosterone, which is produced by the testes. Okay, so now uh, we will be discussing this diagram. So this diagram shows to us how uh, the hypothalamus, the pituitary, and then the testes works together by means of releasing hormone to control the activities of the male reproductive system. So to start with our diagram, so it all starts with the hypothalamus here. So the hypothalamus, as we have seen in the previous slides, will be releasing this one. So it will be now releasing the gonadotropin releasing hormone or our GnRH. So now, GnRH will be targeting the pituitary gland, and pag nakuha po ni pituitary gland yung GnRH na galing kay hypothalamus, si pituitary gland ay magsisecrete po ng magsisecrete po siya ng hormones which are the FSH and then the LH. So FSH stands for follicle stimulating hormone and then LH stands for luteinizing hormone. So magsimula po muna tayo dito sa left side. Okay, so let's talk about this side first. Dito po muna tayo. Okay, so now to start, ayan, so ulitin lang natin si hypothalamus. Magre-release po siya ng GnRH. Si GnRH, tatargetin si anterior pituitary, and si anterior pituitary ay magre-release ng FSH. Ngayon, saan po pupunta si FSH? So, tatargetin po ni FSH si testis. Pupunta siya ng testis, to be specific, sa Sertoli cells. Take note guys ha, yung Sertoli cells and yung Leydig cells, yung dalawang cell na yan, makikita po yan sa testis. At meron pong specific functions sa Sertoli and sa Leydig cells. So now, going back, so So, ayun. So FSH, pupunta siya kay Sertolizelle. So, pag na-receive po ni Sertolizelle ng testis, si FSH, si follicle stimulating hormone, si Sertolizelle po ay may stimulate para or matitrigger na gawin yung tinatawag nating spermatogenesis. Ayan. So, mag-spermatogenesis na po siya. So, anong nangyayari sa spermatogenesis? So, si testis po ay mag-i-start na mag-produce ng sperm cells. So, yun po. Yun yung mangyayari dyan. Now, kung mapapansin nyo po dito sa diagram, so meron tayong negative feedback loop on this side. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Basically, it answers the question, sir, yung binanggit nyo po ba ay tuloy-tuloy na mangyayari? So, the answer is definitely hindi po siya tuloy-tuloy na mangyayari. There will be a point na titigil siya. So, now the next question is, what will be the trigger para tumigil si Sertolizelle na gumawa ng sperm? So, ganito po. Ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo po dito sa diagram, si Sertolizelle have the ability to detect kung masyado ng maraming sperm cell ang nagawa. So, ngayon, pag marami na masyadong sperm cell ang nagawa, magsisikret po si Sertolizelle ng another hormone which we called inhibin. And si inhibin po, tatargetin niya po si anterior pituitary gland. Okay. So ngayon, anong mangyayari kay anterior pituitary gland pag na-receive niya yung inhibin na sinekrete ni Sertolizelle? So, pag na-receive po ni anterior pituitary gland yung inhibin, titigil na po siyang gumawa ng FSH. So, pag tumigil na siyang gumawa ng FSH, wala nang mag-stimulate sa testis, specifically sa Sertolizelle ng spermatogenesis. So, therefore, tigil na po yung process ng paggawa ng sperm. Okay? So, ayun po, no, dito sa side na to. Now, punta naman po tayo dito sa side na to. So, again, simula ulit tayo sa simula. So, si hypothalamus, magsisikret siya ng GnRH. Okay? So, now, si GnRH, pupunta siya kay pituitary gland. So, pag na-receive ni pituitary gland, si GnRH, magre-release po siya ng LH or luteinizing hormone. So, ngayon, saan pupunta si luteinizing hormone? So, tatargetin po ni luteinizing hormone si testis. Now, this time, specifically, ang tatargetin niya po sa testis is yung tinatawag nating Leydig cells. So, now, anong mangyayari sa Leydig cells pag na-receive niya po si LH? So, sa Leydig cells po, upon receiving the luteinizing hormone, matitrigger po siya na mag-secrete ng testosterone. Okay? So, gagawa na po siya ngayon ng testosterone. So, anong mangyayari doon sa testosterone na na-produce ni Leydig cells? So, it will target various tissues in our body, such as, ito po yung mga effects ni testosterone, maintenance sa mga accessory reproductive organs. So, dahil kay testosterone, magmamature po yung male reproductive organ. And then, yung sinasabi ko nga kanina, so there will be now maintenance of secondary sexual characteristics. So, yung male po will look like more a male. So, nandyan na po na tumutubo na po yung mga facial hairs, lumalaki na yung muscles, nagdideepen na yung voice, lumalaki yung Adam's apple. And then, aside from that, yung testosterone din po yung dahilan kung bakit in this particular stage in the life of male, so nakakaramdam na po siya ng libido or yung sex drive, no? And then, lumalaki na po yung mga buto niya sa katawan. So, ayan po, no? So, yun po yung effect ng testosterone sa katawan. Now, mapapansin nyo ulit, meron po tayong negative feedback loop again dito. So, again, it answers the question, sir, tuloy-tuloy po ba yung pagpuproduce ni Leydig cell ng testosterone? Again, the answer is hindi, no? Titigil po siya na mag-produce, so or tuloy-tuloy na mag-produce ng testosterone sa papaanong paraan. Ito po, may negative feedback po tayo dito. So, ang negative feedback po is yung mismong level ng testosterone sa katawan ng lalaki. So, ngayon po, ang mangyayari, pag masyado na pong mataas yung level ng testosterone sa katawan ng lalaki, madidetect po yon ni anterior pituitary and madidetect din siya ni hypothalamus. So, ang mangyayari po ganito. So, unahin natin sa hypothalamus. So, pag na-detect po ni hypothalamus na mataas na yung level ng testosterone, okay, na-detect niya, titigil na po siyang mag-secrete ng GnRH. So, pag tumigil siyang mag-secrete ng GnRH, titigil na rin po si pituitary gland na mag-secrete ng FSH and LH, at pag wala ng LH, hindi na po gagawa ng testosterone-secreting cells. So, ayun po. Now, another negative feedback loop is kay pituitary. So, si pituitary gland, meron din po siyang ability to detect the level of testosterone in the blood of the male. So, pag na-detect po ni anterior pituitary na mataas na ang testosterone level, ang gagawin niya po, titigil na po siyang mag-secrete ng LH. So, pag tumigil na siyang mag-secrete ng LH, wala nang makukuhang hormone si Leydig cell, so titigil na rin po siyang mag-secrete ng testosterone. So, ayun po. So, now, in this particular lesson, nakita nyo po na yung activities ni male reproductive system ay kontrolado ni brain via the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland by means of releasing hormones na binanggit natin kanina. So, last, before we end. So, kailan po ito nangyayari generally? Yung pagpuproduce ng sperm ng lalaki and yung pagpuproduce na rin ng testosterone. So usually po, nangyayari po ito sa mga boys sa tinatawag nating puberty around 11 to 12 years old po. So ibig sabihin at that early age of 11 and 12, active na po yung testis ng isang lalaki na gumawa ng sperm and testosterone. So, since active na siyang gumawa ng sperm, meron na po siyang capability na makabuntis, and at the same time, at that particular age, unti-unti na pong nagmamature yung kanyang katawan dahil naman sa action ni testosterone. So, that's all for today. Thank you for listening.